uproar, yeah. Was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the deepest though, like wow, she's blessed on blessed. I don't GAFOS, you tryna fuck? Yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. Goddamn, I'm out my mind. I popped another Zan. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Goddamn, girl, you so fine. I fall in love again. Sheesh. Getting faded is my favorite rush. Goddamn, you talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to roll some trees. Goddamn, uppers and downers. I'm all roll for these. Getting faded, not complicated. Too sedated, no conversation. Getting faded, not complicated. We too sedated, no conversation. Please say less. Please say less.
Please say less. I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GAFOS. You tryna fuck? Yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less.
The hottest mixtapes in the street.
You ain't go. Say less.
Yo, how that feel? 100,000 cash, I can show you what it feel like. Birkin bag, I can show you what it feel like. 200 on a dash, I can show you what it feel like. That's a real ass, cause I know what it feel like. Weeks in Dubai, I can tell you what it feel like. $1,000 bills, I can tell you what it feel like. Trapping on the grind, I can tell you what it feel like. Tell you that I'm on it, and that's what it feels like. From New York City, so you know you better come right. Touring overseas, no sleep till sunrise. If that is your girl, then she wasn't last night. Don't be mad at me, nigga, that's your life. Said she like my jewels, wanna know what it feel like. You got too many rules, and she looking for the free life. Drop top rules, she tryna catch a breeze. Like she know I got the gold, she tryna catch a breeze. Like 100,000 cash, I can show you what it feel like. Birkin bag, I can show you what it feel like. 200 on a dash, I can show you what it feel like. That's a real ass, cause I know what it feel like. Weeks in Dubai, I can tell you what it feel like. $1,000 bills, I can tell you what it feel like. Trapping on the grind, I can tell you what it feel like. Tell you that I'm on it, and that's what it feels like.
She know what it feel like. She know dollar lady pipe. Baby got a pass. She got miles on that ass. Shawty been in mansions. Shawty been in forests. I just full of shawty. She told me you boring. Hotel, hotel suite. I'ma do the Louis supreme. Shop it till we fall out. Read your fuck after we fall out. Ooh yeah.
100,000 cash, I can show you what it feel like. Birkin bag, I can show you what it feel like. 200 on a dash, I can show you what it feel like. That's a real ass, cause I know what it feel like. Weeks in Dubai, I can tell you what it feel like. $1,000 bills, I can tell you what it feel like. Trapping on the grind, I can tell you what it feel like. Tell you that I'm on it, and that's what it feels like.
Chanel bag, Givenchy, in the back of the wheel watching lean on me. Yo, nigga be perked out, I ain't talking about no weed. I never up the same OGs, bust down to the rollies. Push it down, try to rob me. Yeah. Ass poor, get you down. Have you ever flown on a jet? Baby, let me take you there. Pick a place we go there. Any, mini, money, more. We spin it all, cause it's plenty more.
100,000 cash, I can show you what it feel like. Birkin bag, I can show you what it feel like. 200 on a dash, I can show you what it feel like. That's a real ass, cause I know what it feel like. Weeks in Dubai, I can tell you what it feel like. $1,000 bills, I can tell you what it feel like. Trapping on the grind, I can tell you what it feel like. Tell you that I'm on it, and that's what it feels like. Baby, I know what it feels like. Baby, you wanna feel it.
hottest mixtapes in the street.
Ooh, you must got the nerve. Ooh, you must got the nerve. Hop in a Rari and swerve. Kick a bro bitch to the curb. I'm getting paid like the first. I'm with your bitch and she slurred. She suck on the dick till she burn. She suck on the dick till she burn. Ooh, you must got the nerve. 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 Ooh, you must got the nerve.
Mansion house, trapping out, cashing out, Twizzy baby, blacking out, acting out, gas is out, running in, masses down, ammo rounds, hoes and shirts, hand-me-downs, Young and Carter, Nino Brown, yeah. Take a moment for the Nino Brown, play smart-ass pistols to your cap and gown, like, ooh, you must got the nerve, double cup, belly, that serve. I come up under La Tunchi, had to let loose of the bird, had to let loose of the Xannies, couldn't let loose of the perks. We hit your block and disturb, run drills all over your turf.
Ooh, you must got the nerve. Ooh, you must got the nerve. Hop in a Rari and swerve. Kick a bro bitch to the curb. I'm getting paid like the first. I'm with your bitch and she slurred. She suck on the dick till she burn. She suck on the dick till she burn. Ooh, you must got the nerve. 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 Ooh, you must got the nerve.
Landed out, random out, standing out, stand them down, cannons out, and it out, man is down, and they found his family down, just laying around, laying them down, they stand around, I'm tan it down, I'm tatted up, I'm zanned down, I'm adding up, I'm adding up, my ante up, now pat him down, he good, he get coke and a smile, I pan around, we safe and sound, we apes and clowns, we take them down, we take their child, I made the style, it takes a while to break it down, I break it down and make my rounds, the labor down, but I ain't down, they fake their foul, they break their vows, I'm making magic, say tight island, make it happen, and all I gotta say to that shit is fuck you all day like rappers, nigga. You must got the nerve. Tongue gon' get on your nerves. Ooh, you must got the curse. Ooh, you must got the hearse. Ooh, you must got the box. Ooh, we cut off your arms. Ooh, you can't even box. Wings, they can't even block. You remind me of slop. Ooh, she not even hot. The Twizzy F, yeah, that my son and his siblings are all the habits I adopt. I just tell her that one stop. He came through with the fucking puppies wearing flip-flops by his whole backpack. Every time I shop, we been saying eye to eye for years. Suicide claps, I'm saying, ooh, you might got the nerve. I am so tired of you little bitches, boy. I am so proud of my little bitches, boy. Money talks, I know that shit by his voice. Ooh, you might got that word. Ooh, you might got them birds. Ooh, we might got the word. Ooh, we about to purr.
Ooh, you must got the nerve. Ooh, you must got the nerve. Hop in a Rari and swerve. Kick a bro bitch to the curb. I'm getting paid like the first. I'm with your bitch and she slurred. She suck on the dick till she burn. She suck on the dick till she burn. Ooh, you must got the nerve. 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 Ooh, you must got the nerve.
Oh, you must got the nerve. Oh, you must got the curse. Oh, I must have got first. Oh, you must have got third. Oh, you must got the nerve. Oh, we must got the word. Oh, I must got them perf. And 2 white cups, that's for sure. 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 That's for sure. That's for sure. 2 white cups, that's for sure. And 2 white cups, that's for sure. 2 white cups, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So you're 12 years old. When did you guys start touring?
Right away. The song came out, it like went gold. It was just like, it was instant mayhem. It was just crazy, like instant success from Never Lie. And we just start like, you know, doing shows, doing like little mall tours and stuff like that. And girls were like fainting and stuff like that. So for us, it was fun. We were kids and we didn't understand none of that. You know, it was just like we was having a good time. We were on the road and doing shows and in the tour bus, and people were shaking the tour bus, and it was like the Jackson 5. So, you know, for us, it was just like, wow, this is intense, you know. But we were just having a good time.
I mean, how did you feel being that young and having girls faint and scream and everything.
Just you did. It's not really a feeling that you can even describe because it was like we were so young and we didn't understand that kind of fandemonium. At that point I had seen it, of course, with the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson. So I just felt like, ooh, we like Michael Jackson. Girls are fainting over us. So that's all I could think about was Michael Jackson. It was like we're like New Edition, these groups that had come before us. Okay. So it was like to me, it was just kind of like that's what happened. It was just like I seen it happen with New Edition. I seen it happen with the Boys or Jackson 5, and I guess this is just what happens when you're in a group.
Yeah. And you were known as Batman at the time.
Yeah.
Why Batman?
Oh boy. So, I used to wear the Batman drawers on my head, like, yes, So this is like when we first signed the Virgin. I was in a hotel room. We was all like kidding around. We was getting dressed. Me and the boys, me, Rome, and Don. And I picked up the Batman underwear. I put them on my head. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear this out. And then it was like, like, do it. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'll do it. It was kind of like a dare kind of thing. And I went out, and then like every time somebody would ask me my name, I was like, oh, I would just flip the drawers up like Batman. It was just kind of like a joke, and it just kind of stuck.
Okay. So after that is We Got It.
Yeah.
How'd that album do?
It went gold. Yeah. So another gold album. It was very successful. It wasn't as successful as the first one, but it was still very successful. We did a full tour. The We Got It tour, and again, it was crazy, just nothing but craziness.
Now the Scream tour happened at what point?
Scream tour happened after we put together B2K. So what happened is we hit a plateau after We Got It, I think, and we did the Journey after that. The Journey album was kind of like that transition from us, being such young kids and blowing up, and kind of like being teenagers because it's like that awkward stage. And the Journey album didn't really do too good, so we changed our name to IMX because we couldn't be immature anymore. We were 18. We did put out Introducing IMX. And at that point, the label MCA kind of just crumbled, right? We put out the first single. It did like over 700,000. It's called Stay the Night. It was a huge pop hit. And we were going to cross over to like the pop, everything like that. And the label just kind of like everybody got fired right in the middle of our project. This is when we first met Randy Jackson, and he A&R'd that project with us. So Randy Jackson was like, through the whole thing, it was supposed to be really, really big, and we put out the first single. Like I said, it almost went platinum. It was really, really good, really big single. We would start like doing all these pop dates and everything like that, and the label just everybody got fired, all the heads and everything, and our album just kind of got lost in the sauce. And then we asked for another release. And then we got the release, and then we did House Party 4. That's when we did that independent as well. And then we did that with New Line. And then we did an album that was like off the soundtrack to that. And that's when we put together B2K. They got their deal at Sony. And then
so what do you mean by you put together B2K?
We kind of just along with us and Chris, we kind of like were looking for another boys group because we always wanted to, like, that was our thing as Immature. We was like, we want to start our own boys group one day. Kind of like Michael Bivins did with Boys to Men. He came from New Edition. He did Boys to Men. We wanted to kind of do the same thing. So, we kind of just had a hand in helping put together B2K, training them and stuff like that and everything. And then they got their deal over at Sony, and then they went on the tour with Bow Wow, the first Scream tour. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of like we jumped on the next Scream tour, and then Immature kind of like IMX came back and put out another album that was pretty successful. And I think the Scream tour 2 is when we decided to kind of like that it was like, we was like kind of on the last legs of Immature. IMX, we just decided to kind of like separate, and I decided to go solo.
Okay, right, and then you started your solo career.
Yeah,
but the Scream tour was huge.
Yeah, it was big.
It's massive.
Yeah,
like what, 50,000, 100,000?
It was craziness.
Yeah,
yeah. So
it was a stadium tour.
Yeah, no, it was arena. It was
arenas. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think the biggest arena we sold out as Immature by ourselves was 18,000. I think it was the United Center in Chicago.
Okay,
that was like our biggest show that we had ever done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were behind B2K as well.
Yeah.
B2